Okay, Michael, this is your feedback on assignment 3B and 3C part 3. So just first off, make sure you're labelling them up as appropriate. 3B is your own practical version, which I don't think you were here for. So this will only be 3C part 3, so something like that, yeah? So let's have a quick read through. So, different locations, yeah. It talks about the advantage, although advantage is spelt wrong, so be very careful with that there, okay? So it's a hyper-reality. Yep, good. You could elaborate on that because you said chroma key is mainly used to increase hyper-reality as everything is created through chroma key. That's not a very good sentence in terms of its structure or in terms of you trying to express what you're trying to say there. So I'd revisit that second use of the word chroma key. That reads a bit rushed. This is true. It can relate to the visuals in the track. Yeah, so again, where you're promising me all this, that's what I want to see, that you can talk about the relationship between these pictures and the visuals and the lyrics of the song or the sound of the song. Yeah, extraterrestrial, yeah, good. So again, how crucial was it that you use green screen now? Why does this why is this a successful example? If you're looking for the distinction, that's what you'd have to talk about. Yeah, justify why that was a good example of a video that used green screen. Okay, these videos tend to go viral, that's true. As much, again, there's another spelling mistake there. Do these in Word first and then paste them in and you'll pick up on those mistakes. It shows, again, that music video. Be careful here, Michael. This is very rushed. Capital letters, Kanye West as well, because believe it or not, he is a personality that would have a name, like you see there. Maybe arguably he shouldn't, but he is, unfortunately. So it shows the artist or director has no originality or creativity as they did massively on green screen. Yeah, I see what you're sort of saying there, but I think you need to elaborate. I'm not entirely sure that that's why this is why people slagged off this video as being, bad use of green screen. Don't write things like it was going so well until, because that's far too conversational for a report on green screen technology for a how-to guide. It's not inappropriate language. That's true. Then it fell apart again. We need a bit more academic language here because it's a report. Yeah, so we're talking about the Wild West symbolising freedom. Good. So again, would that not be image? If you look on the blog post we used for this lesson, 2.2.1, assessment 3C.3, here under November 2016, you'll see that there's that there which goes through why people use green screen. So, what is it on here that he's used it for? Maybe it's that, representing emotions. Maybe it's about a focus on the artist, possibly, or the idea of being somewhere else. Now, if it doesn't sound like a Western, it might not be about being immersed in the music. But some interesting things about American heritage, but you haven't tied that into his image that I'd need for the higher merit here. Again, look, that's not Murphy, so, and it's not capitalised, you really, and Michael, yeah, and E.T., you've really got to put this in Word first, Michael, because it's not picking up any of these spelling mistakes and you're not proofreading it. So that's a really important piece of advice here. You need to change that for these reports. So you've talked here about the history. That's not the first time that green screen was used in 1993. And if you do the prep work here, you will see that in fact Michael Jackson's first music videos, I think, was in 1981 or something like that, when he had the Off the Wall album out. So that is just incorrect information. So you've talked about how it's advanced, it's creative. Yes, but it's not really this argument that we needed, which was our music videos now more or over-reliant on green screen, which is the actual justification. Now remember, you can't hit that until you've done the compare the good examples and bad examples, explaining why they're good and bad, and obviously talking about this in a bit more detail of like what is it in the video that relates to on screen. So, alien, that type of stuff. Looked at the feeling, talks about hyperreality. So why did that not work? It's got hyperreality, it's got effects in it. So why did this video get criticised for being not very good? Because what you're doing here is you're not really telling me why it was a bad example of chroma key. You're just saying what in it didn't look very good. you need to kind of unpack that and talk about why it is not good. Okay. So overall, at the moment, this is standing probably at a kind of mid-merit area. There are elements of potential distinction in there, but unfortunately, you need to get the other bits right first. And the focal point here is about checking what you're writing in terms of the spelling. It's also about you particularly be more detailed with showing why things are strong cases of green screen or not strong cases of green screen before you move on to the distinction questions. Thanks very much.